Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Yes, I'm wearing a blanket. So today's house guest of the day is Neha Sajad. Happy 18th birthday! For real though, I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you so much for the awesome message. Alright, so yesterday the house guests completed their BB Can family camping task. Guess what? Ashley walked the least. She was the laziest house guest in the challenge, which means that she was given a punishment. She had to complete 300 laps around the backyard on a tricycle. And the way that the tricycle was constructed, it looked like she couldn't really stretch out her legs all the way, so it was like, ugh. It looked very painful, but we'll come back to that. So Willow has been rocking it out lately, gathering a lot of info from the diapers and then bringing it back to Sarah and Bruno. So she's not disappointing them right now. She's got some more info. The diapers apparently, well, we know that they said this, but Willow tells them how the diapers were talking about going after Godfrey. He is their #1 target right now because he is an immediate threat to them, or at least to Zach, but really to all of them. So she tells them about that, and Bruno is getting so freaking fired up. He really wants this next HOH, or so he says. I don't know, he might end up throwing it again, but you never know. But Bruno is talking about how he's already planned out his nomination speech for when he wins HOH, and he wants to crush them. He was like, yeah, I was all nice the first time I was HOH, not this next time. So I'm kind of curious. I want to hear this speech. I'm curious about it. I want to hear what he's got to say. So Sarah and Brittany, they're planning out their future and discussing their new allies. They've picked up a lot of allies in the last couple days, and they're in a very good spot right now. If you think about it, they've kind of taken over Jordan and Zach's old spot of like riding the middle, because it seems like both sides really want to work with them at this point, so they're kind of in a good spot. But Sarah, she's gotten very close to Willow in the past few days, but when she was talking to Brittany, she was like, yeah, if someone from the couples alliance wins the HOH, totally prepared to just throw Willow under the bus. She's just gonna be like, yeah, Willow, she was the one who was like, let's go after the couples, it wasn't my idea, ha 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 ha, take her out. So then they're talking about Bobby and Bruno, and they're trying to figure out, like, is this for real? Are they playing us? Because it seems too good to be true. But they talk it out and they decide, no, this seems legit. And, you know, they can't really hide their excitement for the coming plans, getting rid of the showmances, and I feel like you can't fake that level of excitement, or at least not these people. So it seems like they're legit. Alright, Kevin and Zach have a strategy chat, and this whole thing just shows how delusional the diapers are. They are so out of touch. They have no idea what's going on with the rest of the house. They think that everyone is still just like willing to do their dirty work for them. So Zach is like, yeah, I think Sarah and Brittany are like okay, and Ashley talked to Sarah and it like went really well. Okay, Ashley had like one conversation with Sarah in like 50 days, but okay. And he was talking about how they're good with Sarah and Brittany because they want Bobby out. That's not true, but that's what they think. And Zach is like, yeah, and Bobby and Bruno are gonna go after Sarah and Brittany, so we're still good with them. So Zach still doesn't want to go after Bobby and Bruno for like 2 weeks. Are you serious, man? That's crazy. So then they lament Jordan's eviction a little bit. You can tell Kevin's still really messed up about it. He's always like, yeah, and we were in the alliance called the Fortress, and we did this, and it was like so cool. That's so sad. The other day, you know how they have those pictures up in the backyard of all the house guests? Kevin like walked over to Jordan's photo and like did the Fortress sign. That is so sad. So Zach also thinks that they're pretty good with Willow right now, which does not seem to be the case. But he's like, yeah, we're still reeling her in, and it seems like everybody is kind of pushing away from Sarah and Brittany. Ah! You could not be more wrong. It's not possible. Alright, so let's talk about Ashley's punishment. She's got the 300 laps around the backyard. She said her legs felt like jello. Her butt was like a faucet. Her words. I guess she was swamp ass. She's got some chafing issues. She was wearing a freaking onesie while she was doing this. Not a good idea. So it took her about, I think it was around 3 hours, maybe more, to finish the task. So good job, Ashley. Okay, so the diapers meet up, discuss the coming weeks, and they think, like I said earlier, Bobby and Bruno are going after Sarah and Brittany, so not true. Zach tells everybody that they should wait until there's only 9 people left, and then they're gonna strike. I'm sorry, but really? You're blowing it, Helen. What are you doing? He just assumes that they're going to be the first ones to strike. He wants to wait until final 9. Guess what? The other people aren't going to wait that long. You're going to get attacked before then. It's going to happen. So, last night something crazy happened. I don't know what was going on here, but Big Brother gave Sarah a bottle of wine and 2 glasses. Now, it seems like Sarah asked for these items in the diary room, and they were just like, okay. So she takes them, hides them in the pool area, and like sets up this date for her and Willow. But here's the thing. Sarah's a have-not. Why is she allowed to have wine? I don't get that. What's with this special treatment? Is Big Brother like that desperate for a lesbian showmance that they will provide this alcohol to a have-not for her date? So Sarah and Willow, they're having a great time. They're just talking about the game. They end up making a final 2 deal. There's some kissing here and there. I still don't know what's going on with that. I can't tell when Willow is being for real and when she's acting. Maybe the whole thing is for real. I have no idea. But this brings up an important question. Is Sarah more loyal to Brittany or Willow? Leave it in the comments because I'm having a tough time deciding right now. She's been working with Brittany so much longer, but she seems very close to Willow at this point. But then again, maybe she's noticing like, yes, Willow needs a lot of attention, you know, to keep her close. So I don't know, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. So the date pretty much ended when Sarah broke one of the glasses. Sloppy. Alright, so today is eviction eve. As of this morning, Cindy had not given up yet. Godfrey was encouraging her, like, go ahead, talk to Bruno and Bobby, like, we can make this work. I don't think he actually thinks that, but maybe he just doesn't want to be like, Cindy, it's over. So there hasn't been too much going on in the house today. Big Brother gave the house guests a Twitter selfie cam, which was pretty cool. So they were taking pictures and tweeting them out. And other than that, it's been a lot of like scrambling around and studying because the house guests are pretty convinced that it's going to be a double eviction tomorrow. Honestly, I don't know. It could be. I feel like in seasons past, they've had them before without warning us first. So it could be. You never know. And they're running out of time. We gotta get some people out of here. Get out. So Zach and Kevin are trying to figure out what they would do if they win HOH. And it seems like, yeah, they're going after Godfrey, but are they going to backdoor him? Are they going to put him up right away? They're also talking about potentially putting up Bobby as a pawn because he's got that secret veto. Not really. But, I mean, if he doesn't have the veto, he stays up on the block. So this afternoon, Cindy realized I'm toast. Sarah was just like, I've done everything I can. I've talked to people. Even if I voted for you, I'm not going to be able to get all the votes for you. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. So Cindy is talking to Godfrey later on, and she realizes, like, it's not even worth it to campaign to Bobby and Bruno because they're not going to flip their votes. It's just not going to happen. So hopefully she'll enjoy her last night. You got to admire her for trying so hard to stay, even the second time around, but it's not working out for her. So I want to know, who do you guys want to win HOH tomorrow? It could be a really pivotal part of the game. It's going to be kind of disappointing if one of the diapers wins, I gotta say. But let me know who you guys are rooting for. And until tomorrow, much love. Edit.